Hello friends, I am back again with a new video in the series DSNL Go for coding interviews. The problem that we'll be solving today is validate a binary search tree. So as an input we are basically given a binary tree and we have to figure out whether it is a valid binary search tree or not. Okay. For validating a binary search tree, we should actually know how a binary search tree is different from a normal binary tree. Okay. So in binary search tree for every node, so let's consider the root node here. For every node, its left subtree should always have values smaller than the node. Okay. So if we consider this root node 10, its left subtree should always have values smaller than 10 and its right subtree should always have values greater than 10. Okay. Now consider any other node like 16. Its left subtree should always have values smaller than 16 and its right subtree should always have values greater than 16. Okay, and this should be true for each and every node. Okay, so basically for any node its right subtree will always have value greater than that node and its left subtree will always have values less than that node. Okay, so this is a valid binary search tree. Whereas if you talk about this binary tree, it's not a valid binary search tree because there is one node in the left subtree of the root node which has a value greater than the root node. Okay, and this actually violates one of the properties of binary search tree. So this is not a valid binary search tree. Now let's talk about the approach that we'll use to solve this problem. Value at each node should be greater than the maximum value in its left subtree and it should be smaller than the minimum value in the right subtree. Okay, so for each and every step or for each and every node we have to basically keep track of maximum value on the left subtree and the minimum value on the right subtree. Okay, now let's start writing the code for this problem. Okay, so we are given a method is valid BST and it returns true or false based on whether the tree is a valid BST or not. Okay, so we'll have to implement this method. Now first thing that we'll do inside this method is we will check for the boundary condition. Okay, so if the root is null we can say that the tree is valid. Okay, then I'll be basically defining a helper class. Okay, so this class would be I'll name it as step value. Okay, and this class will keep track of the minimum and the maximum value at each and every step. Okay, so it will have three variables. One is max value, the other one is min value, and the third one is whether the tree is valid till this particular step or not. Okay, so whenever you encounter this valid value as false, you just have to return false, because if subtree of a particular node is not a valid BST, then that complete tree cannot be a valid BST, right? So whenever you encounter this is valid is equal to false, you don't have to do any more processing, just start returning false from your recursive calls. Okay, so this should always be true. If for a tree to be a valid BST, the value at each and every step for this variable should always be true. Okay, now I'll basically, okay, let me create a constructor as well. Is invalid, and then I'll assign the values to the member variables. Okay, so now let me create a helper method and I will explain you the purpose of this helper method while writing the code. Okay, so I will basically write a helper method which returns a value of type step value. Okay, so this helper method will actually keep track of each and every step in the recursion process. Okay, so I'll name this method as isValid. Okay, so I cannot have two methods with the same number of arguments, so I'll name it as isValid, then I'll pass it a root. Okay, and it will return a type of a value of type step value. Okay, so let me copy this method. Okay, and we need to change the return type as well. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to basically look for step value left is equal to is valid and then root dot left. Okay, so this step will recursively call this method. Okay, so we are recursively calling this method again with the different nodes in the tree. Okay, and for each and every node we'll verify if its subtree is a valid BST or not. Okay, so at each step we'll know whether the subtree that you have already passed is a valid BST or not. Okay, now first we'll check if left is equal to null. Okay, and right is equal to null. This means that this is the leaf node. Okay, and it does not have any left or right child. Okay, so then we'll basically return new step value with root.val as minimum and root.val as maximum. Okay, and this valid will be true because this is a valid step. So every leaf node is a valid BST. Okay, because you don't have any childrens of that node, so basically its minimum is root.val, its maximum is root.val, and it is a valid BST. Okay, now the other thing that we need to look for is if left is equal to null. Okay, so if the right subtree is not null but the left subtree is null, okay, in that case we'll check if root.val, okay, is less than right.min. So when I was telling you the approach of solution, I told you, right, that basically for each node its value should always be greater than the maximum value in the left subtree and it should be smaller than the minimum value in the right subtree. Okay, so that's why I'm basically checking the root and the value of root against the minimum value from the right subtree, and we basically have to check if right is valid. Okay, because if the right subtree is invalid, then this BST cannot be a valid BST. Okay, in that case we'll just keep on returning the step value with is valid is equal to false. Okay, so in this case we'll basically return new step value. The minimum will be root.val, okay, and the maximum will be right.max, okay, and valid will be true. Okay, so basically for this step, when the left node is null, the minimum value will be root.val, okay, because the nodes in the left in the right subtree will always be greater than root.val. Okay, maximum value will be right.max, okay, and is valid will be true. Okay, because it satisfies all the conditions of a valid BST. Okay, now we have to do the same thing for the right node. For the right node, we'll check if root.val, okay, is greater than left.max. As I told you, right, that root, the value at any node should always be greater than the maximum value from its left subtree. Okay, so this condition checks that, and we have to check if left is valid. Okay, then we'll basically return now the minimum will be now the minimum value will be left dot min. Okay, the maximum value will be root dot val. Okay, and this will be true because the left subtree is a valid BST, and so this step is also valid. Okay, I just figured it out that it should be else if. By mistake I made it just a if clause, but because this is in continuation to a previous condition, this should be else if. Okay, now I'll introduce one more else if clause where I'll basically check if left is valid, okay, and right is also valid. Okay, because both of these now cannot be null. Okay, so we have to check if both of these are valid subtrees. Okay, and then I'll check if root dot val is greater than left dot max. Okay, and if root dot val is less than right dot min. So this condition is same as the previous condition, this one, right? So this root dot val is less than right dot min, right? So it is same as this one, and root dot val is greater than left dot max is same as this condition. Okay, but here the here the right subtree was null, and here the left subtree was null, right? But in this case both of these subtrees are not null, so we are checking for them being valid, and then we are checking for the same conditions again. Okay, now in this particular case, in this else if block, we'll basically return the new step result, step value. So the min value in this case will be left dot min. Okay, the max value will be right dot max. Okay, and the is valid will be true. But if none of these conditions matches, okay, if none of these condition satisfies, then this basically becomes a invalid BST. Okay, so we'll basically say step value. Okay, and doesn't matter what the minimum or the maximum values are. Okay, it is an invalid BST, so we just care about the is invalid flag. Okay, we just care about is valid flag, so I just made it false. Okay, so that's why we are checking for is valid as the first thing in every condition. Okay, so see, we are basically checking it for before entering into this if statement. We are basically validating if the right subtree is valid. Same here, we are checking if the left subtree is valid, and here we are checking if both of them are valid. Okay, so if these are invalid, we'll just basically return the false here, and we don't care about the min and max value. Okay, because if your subtree is an invalid BST, then your your parent tree cannot be a valid BST. Okay, so if your left or right subtree is invalid, your entire BST becomes invalid, or your entire binary tree actually becomes invalid BST. This method is complete now, so let's go to the caller method, and here we just have to return value dot is valid. Okay, so you just have to return whether the last result, okay, the result from this method is valid or not. So okay, so if this is a valid BST, this value will be true, and if this is a invalid BST, the value would be false. Okay, so our code is complete now. For testing the code, I submitted it on LeetCode web portal, and it is actually faster than 100% of the solutions submitted on the LeetCode portal. Okay, so you can go ahead and just paste this solution on LeetCode and verify it on your own. It is one of the most commonly asked problem when it comes to coding interviews. I'll check in this code into my GitHub repository and will provide a link to my GitHub repository in the description section of this video. I'll also provide link to the coding portal where we can solve this problem. If you like the content of this video, please give me a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. It gives me a lot of confidence when I see new users subscribing my channel. I'll soon come up with a new video on problems frequently asked in coding interviews. Till then, keep practicing and keep learning. Goodbye for now.